And we made the biggest mistake because Osha from 2016, from 2012, Mahama Bedi power, eba president Ankasa, Ekufuor to keeping Mahama in court for a year and over. So you have to understand Mahama didn't have a full 4 years. That's what check it. Every single thing that we are talking about in Ghana today, it was majority. I'm talking about majority of the things, developmental projects, things that we could have built on from 2016 till date. That's to me and to us. So that means this government, they've wasted solid 6 years of our time, 6 solid years. I don't think anyone in their right senses awako school, Sebio, Onko school, Sebio Nyankopo Amana Nyansa, Tanawakachem said this government can change anything in anybody's life. No, it is never possible. Nanado Dankwe Kufuado, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Alan Kojo Tremantin, they are nice gentlemen, but they don't have the brains to lead. Sometimes people think that I hate them. I don't hate them. I don't like their style of governance. They are not built to lead a nation. They are built to lead their homes. They are built to lead their political parties. But they are not built to have that bigger brain to put things together, join things to lead us as leaders. They don't have it. It's the end and I realize here from last week. And I'm in tennis and I'm reading Yaman, I'm assessing Yaman. I'm saying, no, I had the biggest mistake by voting John Mahama out. I'm being honest with you. Because what's not back? Let's do this for 5-6 minutes. When you sit back, now analyze it. You can say analyze it. Adia John Mahama ye na when we the weird. Let's put it aside. Nyama John Mahama ye ya when we. Ebe sinde senka sanyo mani nyina nanka John Mahama da wudi president and nanko to me completely sanya mani nyina. Like ask yourself senka hinanke wo. That means that we wouldn't be having these crisis that we are having today. Majority of the people would have been put to work because our biggest problem in Ghana is corruption. And the corruption cost on say nipa ni adwumaye. Amanfo ho chiromo. There are a few you can give them the wealth, they will still be corrupt. But when majority of the people come to understand, say we have opportunity to serve, they will be forced to fall into that river of patriotism. When a government starts to say our biggest problem is corruption, and our biggest problem, how to solve the corruption problem, they say we need to create opportunities for the people. Now, there's one thing I could for buy or kaya yesu sebio mesume kan yebe Jimmy for GD and say no government can come and employ over 1 million people. It can never happen. The issue is in our public sector, the whole Ghana. You need more than 700,000 people working. More than 700,000 people on the civil servant. Max neighbor to my family is 700,000 people. So Obi Bekachero say, I am going to create a Juma more than 700,000 jobs, 2.2 million jobs, 3 million jobs. The first question you ask is, how are you going to create the jobs? How are you going to create it? It goes back to the basics, and the basics are you need the fundamentals right. The basics are you need the infrastructure right. When the infrastructure is not there, you cannot create. When the infrastructure is not there, if you have 300,000 nurses nationwide and you are able to build maybe 60, 70, 50, 30 regional hospitals, you should be assured of about 60% of those nurses getting jobs. When you have 300 to 400,000 teachers in a country and you're able to build 200 senior high schools, 200 primary schools, 200 junior high schools, you should be assured, say, you will get 70% of those teachers coming out of training college and those in the system to be placed. Now, that is how you build an economy. So when the government is in power and picks one thing and say, let me concentrate on, because this is the spine of the problem. Now, the problem we're having is corruption and unemployment because of opportunities that you to mean create The government was in power. John Mahama said we need to solve that problem. It is not an easy thing to solve because African comedy nipa People don't smile at infrastructure. People don't get happy when they see you building. People always want to have something in their hands. Give them money for them to survive that same day. So what do? You bite the bullet. You let the people understand, even though it's going to affect my presidency and my government and the way we'll be popular, I need to put an investment in this. This is a long-term investment. So the government of the day decided to do what? Let's expand the schools. Let us build more senior high schools. That is targeting teachers. Let us build more chip compounds. Let us build more regional hospitals. Let us build more community day care, whatever, the community centers. The target is what? Nurses. That the government is tackling health and government is tackling education. Now these two ministries, let's put them under the ministry. These two ministries, the energy and the education ministry, technically they are the spine of this country. Over civil servants. There are a lot of teachers in the system. There are a lot of nurses and doctors in the system. Now, sir, Naso said, this is my target. Now, say, let's say we didn't understand it because it was too advanced for us. Now, comedy too much to understand. They say, Obi sit down when I sat down when I'm sober, nipa be 500 in Yejuma and 500,000 in Yejuma. Now, so we be catcher say, may baby ma juma ye, but one can't show send you be creative juma nama. Remember, Commander Sugar Factory was built to do what? To serve some group of people, and those group of people were people who wanted to get into industrial agriculture. Maybe to say they wanted to grow maybe ashidie in large quantities to supply the factory. Now, directly people will be employed, indirectly to create job for other farmers. Omeka said, media, my aim is to grow 15,000 acre a year ashidie. And my client is the Commander Sugar Factory. Onosubefa nipa 50, egusa 15,000 acres. So it's a chain. It's cyclical. Now, Oma politician, but you know when you know catch say, I will give you jobs. You just ask the person, how are you going to create the job? Because we are not like America, whereby somebody can be employed sitting at home. We are a third world country. We need to start working in an environment. A few people can work from home in Ghana. We don't have even the technological know-how to sustain government institutions perfectly when it comes to internet service and the way the system runs. We don't have that. We don't have a lot of fiber cables that can make internet flow that easy for institutions and agencies to work effectively. That is why majority of the people should be at work physically to sign so that we work. That's how it is. And it's abayimba. That's what Bekacho said, I'll create jobs. And you don't ask them, how are you going to create the jobs? And nothing happens behind there. When you come and you say, I'm going to employ 100,000 people, NAPCO. Some will go here, some will go here, some will go here. Somebody will ask you. Now, there are jobs that the first government started, the government you actually succeeded. Why don't you complete it and say, now maybe we now I think I may be for NAPCO for. Now you say you are creating NAPCO. NAPCO for pony baby on they are going to be in the classroom, but at the end of the day, you need to understand we are not in the country whereby people work on their laptops to make it happen. It doesn't work like that. Even in America, after COVID, people are being still forced to come into the office because there's an office environment. You are forced to work. We are people who are not even disciplined. See, at the office, supervisor, we stop working. How much more third world country we are not used to being disciplined when it comes to somebody not being supervised. So we put all these things together, and they were like, you know what? Let's do this. Nanada dan kweku fo ado na aban we ba power. Ebesinde. Last week here tie. You see afe na ye ko India. Ako kra raw sugar. Na ye de aba Ghana. Near the sugar na begu a Commander Sugar Factory nim. Na Commander Sugar Factory equipment no are turning into fine sugar near consuming. Yejimi. Ghana asase any India asase. The empire bit me do ahwede. Just ask yourself. Ghana asase any India asase. Say India was asase could do ahwede. Busa say, are we not capable of growing? If India is doing 100,000 a week, we are capable of growing 70 to 80,000 a week too. More than that. So when we sit back near Ghana for near to war, now you say this is what is going to change us. Ekufuado the idea biaba. Ekufuado fa idea biaba. Let me tell you, for the past 6 years, idea biani. For the past 6 years, every single money abiding free SHS no that's it. Every single coin abiding so their free SHS no wusika. So what's so exclusive about free SHS? And have you asked yourself, say, more mumbawa free SHS no before a free SHS buy no any end no? Ask yourself, say, shobana trans the boost and say school no one ankasa no. Are they enjoying the school? The moment you are not enjoying the school, you cannot learn anything. Because even learning is a process. If the environment is not conducive to learn, no matter how long you stay in that school, you come back home empty. Nobody hates free SHS. Nobody hates anything. We all want it to be done right. See where we are today. We MPP need to send me around the world. Around the world. Busa won't say, are you satisfied with this kind of government? Say, mahama ne tisuna we siya, anka obetiasye. Would you be happy about it? Oh, you're hinena o sheme. Oh, you're teacher ni. Oh, you're nurse ni. Say, anka ye NDC ne waso ena sanyo me esi binsi Ghana da. This level of hardship. This level of hardship. ABC Canada, Ojin say, Anka Obetiase, just be fair to yourself. So why are you angry when people are criticizing a failed government? Because you voted, you were happy, you voted for Ekufuado because you wanted something to change. You wanted something better than the Mahama time. Corruption. Ekufuado has not beaten Mahama. Say, Eba say, why your corruption with Mahama? No, Ekufuado cannot compare himself when it comes to a year fighting corruption. He has not been able to do it. Say, Oyi Mark na want to take Kufuado and do 3 cry. That was the reason why people voted for Kufuado. Mahama ya kromfo NDC for we are there. NDC brother betre say what dear. But as we speak today, Edin Krasa NPP ni be bien no akasafa eye corruption. So we are at a point where we need to be serious. We are at a point we don't have to joke. We are at a point, I'm telling you for a fact, in the next 3-4 months, say you're serious and we will start killing each other. Because there's too much anger in the system. The people who cause this problem to their up there, they don't care. And these are the realities. Those who are causing the problem, this huge burden on you guys, the hardship, they are up there. They don't care. Have you ever heard a minister say the salary amba? Have you ever heard such a statement before? Ye kwa demonstration as ministers of Ekufuado, your salary mbaye, your per diem mbaye. Have you ever heard anything like that? You will never hear it because they are using you to survive. So in our right senses as Ghanaians, I don't expect anybody to say this government should still stay in power. No. And I am to the core. You know why I respect the respect I have for John Mahama at triple I bet 10,000 times. Actually, why I say but if John Mahama had ruled from 2016 till date, Ghana would have been one of the best nations in Africa. We still didn't understand. We still didn't understand that thing Mahama was building. Go to Segleme and go around Africa and see, say, President Ibn put me say Segleme. As I speak to you now, police if you saw Tom the you saw a video at article in Dansuman, you saw talk, you saw where they are. I said more. What was the government supposed to do? Kufuado waba or say obi diska Segleme. Fine. That is why we brought you into power. Come and check the system. So be a diska. There's an office that takes care of that. The Attorney General is there. The Special Prosecutor is there. The CID boss office is there. They handle stuff like that. Finish it. Move Ghanaians into it. Then Yankasa Santimemo Hospital, Syria Hospital, and they are Obiso Diska into the hospital you go on April. So let's sit back and analyze all these things. Niambu say, na mahama bodam. Intinkeja mahama, do you think say nyomana are stalling in yinano anki? Because he started it and he will complete them. The burden was on him to complete them. So if we had given the guy that space, the government of the day that space to complete the Ankandenka senior high school Bianca Muhammad and Sakai over 200 Kalinyanke Vie Akataso Aboso Epenti chip compound Bia a work Ghana Habianka this time from 2016 till now. Anki Vie put it to work. Emanka chip compound we all computer simanke digitally yeke. We could sit in Accra and check every chip compound. What is happening there? Saya sit drone area be ko fa mojinke betuma tena Accra check is a chip compound we nya dio. But all those things have been left to rot. I can talk about so many things. I remember when Joe Mahama started strategically opening up Ghana, Obie Ghana through aviation. I was saying, Mayor Airport was Srim, Mayor Airport was Volta region, Mayor Airport. We didn't understand because you need to have a visionary person, somebody who is intelligent to see the future, to understand these things. What about the media? What did we do? Yeah. Ghana for be Ghana, with all due respect, sebi. Yen penny phone and branching be. And your brofuna mokan amon tiasie. They don't get it. They don't get it. So we are journalists, we are media, you know, to TV, so to radio, to say, oh, can't draw. I'm will be watching. I say, so to movie. So let's look back. Let's just look back. See, University of Ghana Medical Center is one of the edifices in Africa. Anka, you may need kohun and be they were fully operational. Anka, it will be a health or a health tourist site. You will get people traveling all over Africa coming for healthcare. Do you know how much that is? Do you know how much somebody traveling from some other country who has money to spend to come and get cancer treatment in Ghana, do you know how much money comes into the system? The more that person lives here, is being treated here. Do you know how much you make from that? And the University of Ghana Medical Center is sitting there. 2019 nurses Gufie. We are happy because your regional chairman be also there. It's all about make money and go and look for women. Now Ghana na building it. Is this Sana Kwame Nkrumah building Ghana no? It's about time I started to say these people have failed. Let me tell you for a fact, there's nothing they can do again. Me say, so to be in so far, you have to understand a befa wukun. Say, menoka se wejuma say ya. Let me tell you for a fact, no bank is going to be resurrected to save you by giving you decent loan. And no, unyebi. So don't think, say, there's going to be some hope. There's no hope. The issue is, those leading us no any idea about governance. They don't. Today, Baobia has moved away from every single thing I'll catch Ghana for. He's talking about digitalization or digitization something. Digitization, what you say? Do you understand what digitization means? Yet there are places in Ghana, internet service, those places any far from Accra, they are close to Accra. Internet service is not even strong. You cannot even get decent internet in Accra, some part of Accra. You're telling me digitization? Have you gotten the basics right? Say Ufri Ghana as a leader, and as a Oko Abruche Krubiamu, say you are going to try and lure them to come partner with you, digitization, whatever, internet world. They will first ask you, do you have the infrastructure to support the idea? That is the first thing they will ask you. Or the digitization, say, okay, I want to have this PowerPoint to explain to many from about Miami Free Ghana. I'm the vice president. Maybe Chairman could come into Ghana and invest. Maybe Chairman could say, come to Ghana and invest. Come to Ghana and invest. They will first ask you, you're talking about digitization. migrating your analog to whatever, digital, whatever you think? Do you have the infrastructure to support it? But in 2012, all the way to 2015, there was a president who said, Maminsi Accra Digital Center. Listen to this very well. From 2012, embassy 2015, there was a president, the very John Mahama, said, let me build Accra Digital Center. Busa who said, why did the John Mahama administration build the Accra Digital Center? The NIA office. Ask yourself, why did John Mahama lead that? It's a waste of money, Anamebwa, because he was wasting money. But he wasn't wasting money. He knew, say, side by side, when you are opening up your infrastructure, you need an edifice that will hold that infrastructure. So the same time he was building schools, trying to put together these chip compounds, trying to put together these commander sugar factories, trying to make sure, say, he's expanding the economy, he was making sure, say, there was that prime thing now, it will hold that expansion he's doing. Because you cannot open the economy up through digitization when you don't have the primary thing that will keep it together, and that is infrastructure. And it's a Obia Bedi Ghana so 2012. Now when Yanyansa is 2015, let me build this. That person is smarter than Nipana and the Ujina Hona or Casa digitization. Abra onsi school ye. And the Onimyansa Jan Nipana and Okacho say digitization. Abra, he cannot put nurses to work, he cannot complete regional hospitals, ship compounds, onto me schools. And because every single school is connected to an internet hub in Ghana. Once school new year, you cannot connect them. And as Ghanaians, we have to understand. Do some brebia. I know you don't like me, but I am talking about your future. We made the biggest mistake in our lives. Ayetume Kufuado, Bagumiani Alankash.